Hola, hola, it's your girl Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome, and I am here to remind you. I'm a confidence coach, and I'm a bold stand for confidence, and I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hello, welcome back. How you doing? Oh my goodness, there is so much to tell you. I don't even know where to start. There has been so much going on, so much good stuff going on in this world of mine. I feel like I need to pinch myself every day. First and foremost, I need to give a major shout out to all of the women in the Melbourne sisterhood, especially Miss Michelle Partridge, we had a 1 year Christmas party. So it was like a holiday end of year sisterhood party in Melbourne, Australia. We had all the women who could come to this party. We wanted to just celebrate the end of the year for those that celebrate Christmas, for those that celebrate the season, just to get together. And so we did that in November, just recently. And we were dancing, we were breaking it down. We had a DJ, we had food. It was awesome. And these girls, oh my goodness, I didn't know, but they had they had been doing a secret music video for 2 or 3 months before the Christmas party with our videographer, with everybody. Everybody was getting together in my office on a Sunday in Michelle's car, which looks just like my car. I'm like, God, these bitches get in my car. And they are doing a music video. I don't know if you know that song, Dancing Queen, but it's basically like, Dancing Queen, she is the dancing queen. So they changed it. They wrote lyrics. This is just ridiculous. It's the best video ever. I have it on my Instagram if you want to go and watch it on my IGTV. And they were like, the confidence queen. And it was all about me podcasting in my car and how I don't give any fucks. And, she wants people to feel inspired and confident. And it was amazing. And then they're doing this funny shit in the video, which I died. And then Lisa rapped and I just died. And they gave me a throne. They bought a throne from some man on eBay and they spray painted it pink and black. Are you for real? Who are you, ladies? I love you. So of course y'all know I was sitting in that throne crying, crying my body off, I couldn't breathe at one point. I thought I was like, I'm gonna die on this throne. I'm gonna get a heart attack because I'm having a gratitude attack and a half. It was like a panic attack, but love. It was crazy good. And it really, a separate note, but it really showed me how when you love up some people and I love all of you. Even if I haven't met you, I love you. I think about all the women of the world and my heart, I just feel for this work so much. And it was interesting to have all the love that I feel for you and for all the women that I serve, shined back to me in equal amount. It was holy shit, this is a lot. It was a lot of love. Oh, I'm getting teary thinking about it. It was a lot of love. And I'm just really grateful to them because that was amazing. And of course I didn't see them because I was breaking it down. I was dancing to J Balvin on the dance floor. And then all of a sudden this throne and television comes out and they're like, sit your ass down. So that was amazing. We just had our last Creating Confidence Masterclass of 2019. You guys, I've been running this masterclass every second month since February 2018. And holy shit, to have the last one, we had 80 women. It was huge. It's my in-person live event that I do. And it was massive. And all the sisterhood women came and they helped and they set up and they held space and they took photos. And it was just divine to meet all of the women. And then to hear that 4 of the ladies signed up to the sisterhood in Melbourne. The Melbourne sisterhood is my in-person coaching group, which is a year-long program. Really, it's a lifetime tribe is what I'm trying to build here. And then we have the online. So the Melbourne is open, the online is open, and we got some new members. And so I just floored by the love, floored by what community can do and tribe and the power of women getting together to empower each other for real. Not on some bullshit Instagram quote, on some fucking real shit. And I wanted to talk to you about, it's perfect because I wanted to talk in this podcast episode about the power of having a safe space. to unravel. The power of community, the power of you having a place where you can safely say what you need to say and be who it is that you want to be. And people, it sounds crazy. Like, of course you should have that. A lot of us don't have that. A lot of us don't have a safe space or a safe group where we could just fucking unravel and be who the fuck we are and cry and say and laugh and scream and do all the things we need to do. And it's unfortunate because I feel like it doesn't exist everywhere because people are still in their imperfection, trying to be perfectionists, trying to get it right, trying to just being fake and not letting themselves be who they are. And so when there's not realness, there's not deep connection. Y'all know I always talk about, perfection equals intimidation. Perfection builds separation. The more perfect someone appears or a group of people appear, the more everybody else goes, oh, I'm not like them, and they separate themselves. So perfection actually erodes connection. It breaks connection. And vulnerability is what builds community. Vulnerability is like, I hear you, I see you, you're safe. Oh, me too, we're the same. And vulnerability really builds connection. And so I am talking to you today because it is so important that you find somewhere in your life a safe space, whether it's a dear friend who is actually a good friend, because some of y'all have air quotes friends you need to fucking say goodbye to, right? Keep it real with you. Keep it real. Or a community of people, a group, a coaching program, a mentor. I'm talking we just launched in the Melbourne Sisterhood. We're about to do our first sisterhood motherhood group. And so within the sisterhood, my idea is to get, mini groups going. So we need a motherhood group. We need a social group so we can get together, so we can catch up and see each other. We're going to have a newbie committee so that when newbies join, they get looked after. All these things we want to do. And we need people to do this. I can't fucking do this shit by myself. Like, this is not about me. Because if it is about me, I get hit by a bus tomorrow, I'm done. And this shit's done. And that's just a ridiculous way to do this work. This work that any coaches or mentors or healers, you are doing work of the people. It is not about you. It's about the people. And so if you do not create a way to make this shit sustainable and actually help people and put people into leadership roles, which we're doing like in the next year, looking at how we can certify people, because I can't do this shit alone. Nobody can do life alone. We need community. We need each other. And we need to be able to trust one another. And how do people trust you? You gotta trust them. How do you trust them? You gotta feel vulnerable. You gotta let yourself be vulnerable. You gotta expose. That's a scary word. Expose, get naked. Not really naked unless you want to do that shit, but that's some cult shit. We are not a cult. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta let your shit be seen and unravel as you are. You gotta not try to keep it perfect and keep it all together. Sorry, I gotta drink my coffee, y'all. It's early in the morning here. You know what I'm saying? You allowing people to see you for who you are, how you are, as you are, with all your imperfections, with your issues, with your troubles. We created this group because I knew that there was women feeling the same way. I think it's so insane that in 2019, we go sit in an office with a therapist or with a counselor or with a coach by ourselves, thinking that, no, I need to meet this person on my own. This is private stuff. This is private, heavy stuff that I need to chat with someone one-on-one with. And I'm like, are you kidding me? The same shit you're going through, someone else has been through or is going through. And do you know that what you suffer with in silence has the ability to impact and change the world, impact and change others? You suffer with it by yourself in silence, thinking that you're the only one. Yet if you only knew, if you shared that in a group, if you shared that shit in the sisterhood, our group, 1,000,000%, if it's anything, sexual abuse, child abuse, physical abuse, alcoholism, eating disorders, you name it, we got it. You name it, I got it. So never mind all of the women that are in our group, you start sharing that, you awaken and allow the healing for them. I'm telling you right now, we don't need to be hiding this shit or saving this for us. I want you to imagine you got a lot of bad shit going on. There's hard shit going on in your life. And I want you to imagine that you're like a champagne bottle, right? Fancy, fresh French champagne. And I take you and I shake you up. And you're shaken up. And all the contents of the bottle are shaken up. Do y'all know what happens? Or a Coca-Cola bottle Anything that's got fucking carbonation, like you shake that shit up, you shake it up, there's a fucking fizz party going on inside. The minute you open it, it's gonna fucking splatter everywhere. It's gonna be messy as hell and splatter everywhere, right? Think about your emotions being like that. Something in your life shook you up. Maybe it continues daily to shake you up. And if you don't, little by little, release the pressure. You like my sound effects today? Hey. If you don't release the pressure little by little, and you just open that bottle up on someone, you're gonna fucking champagne showers, right? Which is cute for a music video, but in real life, it's an emotional outburst, which may or may not happen at an appropriate time. But if you have a place where you can slowly release and get it out of you, you have got to get this shit out of you. If something happened to you, if you are angry, if you are upset, if you are sad, if you're pissed off, every time this has happened to me, if I don't talk about it, it stays in me and it fizzes, it rots, it fucking festers in there. And then when I do say something, it's horrible because I've been bottling it in. You get that pun? Bottling it in. Why do we say that? It's like you bottle your shit in, and then when you do open that shit, and I'm like, you need a safe space to unravel. You need a safe space to say little things. Get it out of yourself. So I'm going to tell you a few things I recommend. Of course, I want you to join the sisterhood because I think we're amazing. But if that's not your jam and it's not your thing, find your thing. Is there a tribe? Is there a coaching group? Is there a group of women? Is there people that you can go and speak to that you feel safe with? You know, these 12-step programs, I feel like they're the most perfect places for people that have addiction or anybody that's going through something like that can go and chat, because it is the epitome of vulnerability. Hurt people, and everybody is these people. We are all hurt people trying to pretend we ain't hurt. We're all people in 12-step programs just for different addictions, different things. We either numbing out, we either eating food, we either drinking alcohol, we either numbing out with our fucking emotions, getting angry, getting pissed off, riding on our high horse, getting offended, being rude, cutting people off. There's all kinds of things. We need 12-step programs for all these things, in my eyes. Because this is just us getting together, sharing how the fuck we feel. So number one, can you find a community of women, of sistership, of someone who can hold space for you to unravel to the extreme without judgment, without getting you locked up in shit? The sisterhood motherhood group, I want people to be like, I want to throw my child. I said that to a group of women when I was speaking once. I was like, sometimes I want to throw my kid against the wall. And people looked at me like, they were like, what the fuck? And I'm like, don't look at me like that. Like, you don't want to do that? Please, I'm not going to do it, but I want to. Like, can I say that safely? Like, of course I'm not going to throw my child. Come on, man. But I need to say that. Like, let me say that. It makes me feel like I want to give my kids away. I'm fucking pissed off, rah, rah, rah. And I can get that out of me. Anger is not always a bad thing. Anger is good. It gets you into motion. Anger makes you move. That shame and guilt, you're stuck. You're like a puddle of mud. You're not going anywhere. At least you get angry. You get movement. I'm angry. I want to do something. Go punch a fucking punching bag. Then I want to take some action. So you need to get a group. Something, somewhere. Figure it out in your world. Don't say you don't know. Find it. Google it. Join my fucking group. I have an online group and a Melbourne group. So don't say it doesn't exist. It exists. If you want to find it, you will. That's one. Number two, figure out in your life who it is that is safe for you to really be you around. Now, I want you to take like a fine-tooth comb and work through your social media channels. Who are you following? If you're following people that don't make you feel good, unfollow them. Your friends, air quotes, some of y'all, I'm telling you, you need to let them go. Even if you only got given one good person. Y'all are like, I don't have a lot of friends. Good. You don't need a lot of friends. You don't need 5 friends like the fucking Sex and the City bullshit. That's not real life. If you have them, be grateful. If you don't, if you got one, be grateful. And if you don't, consider that if you don't have friends, what is it that you're putting out there? Maybe you have a personality that's not very personable. Maybe you haven't been opening up to people. Maybe you've been being fake. Maybe you haven't put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. If you need friends, you got to make a friend. And you can make a friend, yeah? Make sure that who you're speaking to about your stuff is safe. Somebody you trust. Because you need to be able to unravel. Number 3, something I do all the time, as you can probably guess, I use my voice memos. So on my iPhone, if you got a Samsung, we're not friends anymore. Just kidding. I love you. If you got a Samsung, I don't know what it's called, but in my iPhone, there's a voice memo app. And basically you push it. This is how I record my podcast. By the way, no fancy shit. You push the voice memo and you record your voice. And what I do, sometimes I do a video. I video myself while I'm driving and I just chat to someone. Or I talk to myself, or I act like I'm talking to that person. Sometimes it's a really good trick as well. If this person you want to speak to has passed away, or they're in jail, or there's someone you'll never talk to because you don't want to, you can have a conversation with them. You just record yourself talking to them and go all out, cry, scream, yell, fucking swear, whatever you got to do. It's better coming out of your lips and out of your throat and out of your mouth than staying inside you. But you're like, yeah, but Erica, it's not really me talking to them. Who gives a fuck? That exercise of you talking the first time and getting it out for one round, your first rehearsal is the best. Because then if you ever get the chance to talk to them, you already got the major fizz out. The explosion is out on a voice memo. 4, write it down. If you're not a speaker, you're not someone who's a communicator, write that shit down. If you love to write, get a pen and paper and write. You could write a letter to them. You could say how you feel. I feel like this. I feel depressed. You could say whatever the fuck you want. Don't filter yourself. It's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're like, I don't feel like I want to live. I don't feel like I want to. Like, you can say that if that's what you feel in the moment. Let yourself say what you need to say. Obviously, if you actually feel like that, if it's something that you're saying it, cool. But if you actually feel like that, you need to call the resources. Your lifelines, your suicide prevention lines. You need to hit people up in the community because there's a lot of community support in first world countries. Like free community support. If you are suicidal, if you do not feel good, if you feel like you're not okay and you need to actually get some help, that is there. That's your responsibility as well. But what I'm saying is you need to unravel, and you don't have friends and you're not in the sisterhood and you don't have a safe space. You could write everything down and then fucking burn it with a lighter in a safe place where there's no fires. We don't want fire risking, yeah? Or you could write it down and you could tear it up or shred it. Or you could voice memo it to yourself and then fucking delete it. You don't have to replay it. All I'm saying is get it out. If you don't get this shit out, if you don't have a safe space, I'm telling you right now, especially women, we need to be able to say how we feel. No matter how, air quotes, stupid or ridiculous you think it is. You judging yourself and not allowing yourself to say what you feel and think is even worse because you're filtering the filter. I'm telling you right now, you need to let it out. And once it's out of you, the pressure has been taken off. It feels less impactful. I mean, think about a time where you were angry at someone. Let's say it was your partner, your kids, someone at work, a coworker, anybody. You were angry at someone. And you're like, oh, fucking blah, 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 blah. And for whatever reason, you couldn't speak to them. You needed to take a overnighter, right? You couldn't talk to them. They left. Something happened. This happened to me recently. And I couldn't speak to the person. And I slept on it. And the next morning, it wasn't as bad. And then I talked about it with my husband, and it wasn't as bad. And then when I spoke to the person, I was like a fucking angel. It was so sweet. I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I still said what I needed to say, but there was no crazy ass Shaniqua anger, fucking alter ego. Fuck you and your mama. I wasn't doing that, because I had already let it out. So sometimes you need to let it out. You need to decompress it. It has to be, remember the bottle. Every time we buy mineral water. I'm obsessed with sparkling water, just in case you want to know. I know it doesn't hydrate me, but I love it so much. It's just like fizzy and it's amazing. Anyway, so we drink a lot of sparkling water, and my husband always buys the sparkling water, when it's warm, whatever, and he can't wait till we get home and he wants to drink it. And I swear to you, every time he opens it, everywhere. I'm like, babe, you got to little by little, like, you got to do little bits. And that's what I want you to think about. At the end of this podcast, that's my invitation. Do little bits. Let little bits out at a time. Don't wait 5 years to let little bits out. Let them out all in one go, but little, and see who you can speak to, and see if there is a safe person that you can discuss this with beforehand, so that you're not exploding all over everyone and giving them a champagne shower. I love you so much. I really wanted to talk to you about this because I've talked to a lot of women about this recently, and it's very important that you share your story. It's very important that you get it out of you. I'm going to be doing an online masterclass about how to share your story when you've went through a lot of trauma and hard shit, so that you could transform it and you could empower other people with your story, because we all have a story, no matter how big or small, and it can help people. So stay tuned for that. As soon as that's out, I promise to let you know. I hope that you're having a gorgeous week, and I thank you so damn much for being here. Love you long time. Thank you so much for listening. I so appreciate your ears, your time, your energy, and your attention. Please do me a favor and head over to Apple iTunes, subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. Share this episode with a sister who you know needs to hear it. And if you feel called to, leave me a review. I'd love to know what you think about the podcast. I'd love to know how this information is helping you change your world. Thank you so much for being here. I know that there are many podcasts you could listen to, and I really appreciate you listening to mine. Have a gorgeous week, honey.